Hello and welcome to Shoreline Music Monthly. My name is Mark Koshwitz. I think we have a pretty full slate tonight. I'm very happy to say. I hope you'll enjoy it. I'm going to have a Malley O'Shea coming down a little bit later from Vista Vocational to talk about a fantastic fundraising ride that they have coming up with we have an old friend of all of ours, I guess, who will be playing there, Mr. Frank Nikowski. We're going to chat about that, get you the details. The Cabinet of Curiosities, we're going to see if we can't pull off a different take and get a little help from our guest tonight on that, who is sitting right next to me right now. He is one of the busiest gents on the Shoreline, seems to be always playing, and I'd like to welcome Dan Stevens to Shoreline Music Monthly.
My pleasure, sir. Glad to be here.
Good to have you in the station tonight.
Yeah, why not?
I do a little research, you know, I pull up websites, I look around, and I think I feel sorry for your car, man.
Which one?
How many miles a year do you think you put on that puppy? You seem to be all over the place all the time.
Yeah, I'm on the road quite a bit. According to my my tax statement, it's 50,000 miles a year.
Ouch.
And I've been doing that for many, many years now. I think I've counted it up one time. I've gone over 1 million.
Wow. And just getting to and from and playing and beautiful.
Up and down the road.
Nice.
Yep.
Very cool. I was looking through your bio, and I have a feeling that I could probably get a half-hour show easy, just chatting about some of the things that you've done. But the protege of Dave Von Ronk, that was
that was
neat.
great. Yeah.
He's just come to prominence, of course, with the the movie
Right,
Inside Llewyn Davis, and
that was towards the end of his life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I met him in 1997, I think it was, and studied with him for a couple years down at his apartment in Greenwich Village, right before he passed. It was wonderful. Boy, what a great experience. Trying to get him to, I always try to get him to tell his stories.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a million.
He's got a lot of stories, and really good ones, too. Yeah, he was a sweet guy.
Now, I see you got a pretty nice-looking guitar there. That wouldn't be a hubcap on the front of that by any chance.
It absolutely is. It's a guitar that I picked up when I was in Maine one time, but it was made by a fellow in Colorado. He lived at the time. He's somewhere else now. I think he's in Idaho or somewhere. But his name is Larry Pagriba, and he makes these guitars out of aircraft aluminum. You can see it's all hand hammered out, and it's like a sculpture almost. And any of you,
it is like a little work of art there.
Yeah, and any of the folks in the trades, this is TIG welding, and apparently that's very hard to do. Everybody that's a tradesman looks at that and they go, oh, they admire it because it's apparently difficult.
It's gorgeous.
But anyway, and I found out that this is a 1953 Rambler hubcap on the front. And yeah, it's quite an instrument. It's got a nice loud sound too. I play it with a slide.
That is pretty.
This is a song about my beloved old 88 Chevy van. We spent many, many miles together. And I believe it was somewhere down in North Carolina that I came up with the words to this one. It's called Driving Fool. I'm a driving fool, just making my way. Well, seem like all I ever get done is moving down that long highway. I'm a driving fool. Well, I'm a driving fool. I'm a driving fool. Well, I'm spending my life behind this wheel, hauling around this hunk of steel. Free as the wind, that's all I know. Well, blowing around from coast to coast. I'm a driving fool. I'm a driving fool. Well, I get weary, but I never get tired of the life I'm living on this highway. No, I'll never be satisfied till I see a little more of that countryside. I'm headed down a back road. I got a sweet little rig since Maybelline. I'm stuck on top of this V8 Queen, winding it up just letting it roll, settling into this rodeo of the road. I'm a driving fool. Well, I'm a driving fool. I'm a driving fool. I'm a driving fool. I'm a driving.
Now, I know that you're also involved in Music Now Foundation. That was you and your wife?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about, well, almost a year now, I guess it's been. We started from scratch we called it Music Now Foundation, and we have a space in Old Lyme, Connecticut on Lime Street, 68 Lime Street, called Nightingales. And it's kind of like a coffee shop. You can get lunches there, but what it really is all the proceeds from anything that we do in there benefits our programs, which we sponsor for. We're trying to focus on youth talent. Last June we had our first event called Limestock, which was a day-long festival in Old Lyme at Ashlawn Farms, and it featured youth talent all day long. The oldest of the talent was 25 years old, and he was a fellow named Zach Lockwood, who was one of our Old Lyme young fellas that went on to Nashville and is making his way down there.
Wow,
so it was
nice.
A great day, and it was the very first, it was a beginning, but we're, that's some of the example of the initiatives that we do. Every Tuesday we have something called the Pickin' Party, which people of all ages and all backgrounds come in, and we sit around in a circle and we just play. Somebody will throw out a song and we'll all play with whatever it is, different styles, you know, different tastes, different abilities. But it's a real fun community thing, and it's funny how it brings out people's talents. Now, fellas that just took their guitar out from under their bed, hadn't played it since college or something, are now playing with us every week, and
yeah,
they're
that's
getting
great.
pretty good. broke down hungry, baby. Can't seem to find my way home. Well, I'm broke down and hungry, baby. Can't seem to find my way home. No matter which way I turn, everything seemed to come out wrong. Well, I go to the telephone, I try to find some help somewhere. Well, I go to the telephone, I try to find some help somewhere. But everybody's got their own thing going on, baby. Now nobody seemed to care. Well, if I ever get to where I'm bound, baby, get off this lonesome road. If I ever get to where I'm bound, get off this lonesome road. Well, I'm gonna curl up in your loving arms, baby, lay down my heavy load.
Hello, I'd like to tell you about a couple of wonderful events coming up, a couple of fundraisers. October 11th in Margaret's Wish, a fundraiser for breast cancer awareness, will take place at the United Scandinavian Society in Deep River. There's going to be some amazing musical guests playing there. It's $20 to get in. Bochum Road is playing, Smoke Bubbles, Swamp Yankee Revival, Kathy Smith, and our own camera operator, Wendy Ingram, is going to be putting together some sort of outfit to play. You want to get down there. It was a great time last year, and it should be a great time this year. The following weekend is a very special event coming up, and I actually have a wonderful young lady in the station right now to talk a little bit about it. It is the Tour de Shore to benefit Vista Vocational. And I'm very pleased to have Malley O'Shea with me, who's going to give us a little bit about what Vista is and what this event is all about.
Sure. So at Vista, we provide services to individuals with disabilities and their families. And the goal is for them to be able to live independently here on the shoreline. And the Vista Tour de Shore is one of our main fundraising events at Vista. Like you said, it takes place Sunday, October 19th, and it's at the Westbrook Elks Lodge. We have rides of 5, 25, 40, and 60 miles that riders can choose from.
I'm doing the 25. That's
We
about
encourage
all I got.
riders of all abilities, so anybody can participate. Fundraising minimum to participate is $150, but we do offer fundraising incentives, so all riders who raise a little bit more than that minimum and raise $250 get a custom Vista Tour de Shore cycle jersey.
Wow, will it look like this one?
Slightly different. He has, this is last year's jersey, what it looks like.
Very cool.
Vista Tour de Shore, so we go with kind of the shoreline theme of the lighthouse, and all of our sponsors are on there. So we do have the jerseys for anybody who raises $250 or more, and then we also this year are going to institute at the $1,000 level. Anybody who raises $1,000 gets a long sleeve version of that jersey, and also a $100 gift card to Zane Cycles. They're one of our main sponsors. They're a tremendous support at the event. They come to the event, and there are support vehicles at the event.
And I've yet to need one, but it's always comforting to know that they're there.
It is great to have them there, yes.
And I understand there's a little entertainment, perhaps, post-ride.
There is. We have Frank Nurkowski with us again. So after all of the rides come back, we have a big after party. We have lunch. We have Frank Nurkowski and his band will be there. And we also have some awards and things that we give away for largest fundraising team, highest fundraising team, someone who travels the furthest, some fun things to get
nice.
people
All right, well,
excited
me and
about.
my lovely wife are going to be joining you this year.
We're
for the
so
first
excited to
time.
have you, yes.
So,
we appreciate your support.
You all should come down and join us as well.
Yes. If you can't ride with us, we'd love to have volunteers at the event, and we're always looking for new people to be involved with Vista.
Great. Well, thanks a lot for coming down, Malley. It was wonderful to meet you, and I look forward to seeing you on the 19th.
Yes, thank you. See you on the 19th.
Hello, and welcome once again to Cabinet of Curiosities. This month we're going to look at the Diddley Bow, sometimes known as the jitterbug or the one string, probably due to its one string. We'd put it in the technical family of monochord zithers, most likely based on the mouth bow, probably out of Ghana in Western Africa. Though I assume that any hunting tribe that used bows, the more creative of the hunters probably at some point realized that with a string and with tension, by changing the tension, you could make music. So I think that pretty sure that's where it came out of. This one right here is a cigar box variety. Of course, modified. They don't typically come with humbucker pickups, but if you want to get into the cabinet, you got to have something special. Coupled with a little cigar box amp, which makes it quite portable. And they can be made out of so many different ways and so many different materials. And you know what? My guest this month is Ramblin' Dan Stevens, who's quite a diddly bow player. I understand he's most likely bringing down Bob McCarthy with him, one of the few people on this planet known to play the Diddley Bow bass. I wonder if I asked nicely, if maybe Dan would just help me out with this segment, and perhaps I could even talk the two of them into doing a little Diddley Bow duet for y'all. I think that sounds like something worth looking into. All right, this month is very, very cool for me. I just going to be putting together the Cabinet of Curiosities for this month on the Diddley Bow, which is a little one-string instrument. And our guest this month happens to be a Diddley Bow player. So we're gonna drag him into this mess and see if we can't just roll this forward a little. Very cool. I love that. I love that little guy. That is.
Yes. Yeah, these diddley bows. Have you told the history of the diddley bow and where it came from?
Not.
Well, I'll tell a little bit about it. the old blues guys, the original blues guys, would take a piece of baling wire or unroll the wire on the bottom of a broom and nail it on the side of the porch and prop up the two ends so that the string was off the fretboard, and would get some kind of a slide, broken off bottle or a pocket knife or something like that, and they played just that one string, and that was the first blues guitar. So this is an offshoot of that. This is a Diddley Bow also. It's one string. I found an old can at a garage sale. It says moth gas on it. And it's pretty nasty stuff. Kills moths, eggs, larvae, active ingredients 100%. This is bad, you know. I'm a little bit afraid to even hold it near me. But I thought it would make a good blues guitar, so we made it into a blues guitar. You got a wonderful instrument there, looks like, too.
Yeah, a little, well, it's been modified a little.
Yeah.
But it was a little cigar box from Floyd, Virginia. They're almost considered like a beginner guitar. You know, they'd move on up to playing slide. But certainly they still have their place.
Absolutely. They're real instruments.
They are.
You can do music on these things. I was doing for a while workshops with young people, young, 8 years old to probably about 12 or 13. And I worked with the Bridgeport Public Library doing some stuff with inner city kids, and then also with Camp Horizons with developmentally disabled kids, and just different venues like that. And we made these Diddley Bows out of a piece of wood and an Altoids tin, and they had kits that the kids put them all together, and before you know it, they were all playing these things like B.B. King. I mean, it was amazing. It's just so
he only
intuitive.
plays that one note sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's what
too,
I mean.
So. But hey, not disparaging
I
B.B.
heard he just turned 89. I heard it on the radio today. God
Wow.
bless him. Yeah.
God bless him.
Still living.
All right, so these are very cool things, but I understand that you have a gentleman with you tonight in this very place that has with him a diddly bass.
I do. He's appeared once again. The mysterious wizard of the blues, Bob McCarthy, is here. Yeah.
Very nice.
He's got a Diddley Bow bass. Very interesting instrument. I'm sure you're going to love hearing that.
So I think I'm going to vacate this seat and
Okay.
take my my little guy off stage and be replaced by the wizard. And then you guys can tear up a little tune, maybe.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you much.
So here's a song on the Diddley Bow. The two dueling Diddley Bows, I guess we call it. It's an old Robert Johnson number called Traveler Riverside. Well, if your man get personal, baby, want you to have your fun. Well, if your man get personal, baby, want you to have your fun. Well, now come on back to Fry's Point, mama, Bell House all night long.
All right, thanks for watching. That's it for another month, and special thanks to Dan Stevens and Bob McCarthy for being willing participants and showing you all exactly what the Diddley Bow is capable of.
Here's another original song. This is a song anyone that's lived in southeastern Connecticut in the last 5 or so years knows about this. A hurricane. I lived in the shoreline of Old Lyme in an old house, and we were out of power twice, I think it was, for 6-7 days. But this is not about that kind of hurricane. This is about another kind, the hurricane of love. Well, I'm flying in treat me, baby, driving me insane. Well, just about the time I think I know where I stand, you put me in a tailspin and I'm falling again. Took off with your love, it was a sunny day. Now I'm flying in the eye of a hurricane. Now, baby, flying. Well, I'm flying. Well, I'm flying. I'm just a flying. I took off with your love, it was a sunny day. Now I'm flying in the eye of a hurricane, baby, flying in the eye of a hurricane. The way you treat me, baby, driving me insane. Just about the time I think I know where I stand, you put me in a tailspin and I'm falling again. Took off with your love, it was a sunny day. Flying in the eye of a hurricane. Tried to gain control, but it was getting too rough. I shaking to my bones, I had had about enough. Flying once with you, baby, is about all I can stand. If I ever make it out alive, don't know where I'll land. Flying, we're just a flying. Well, I'm flying. I'm just flying. I took off with your love, it was a sun.